these are siblings, right? They didn't grow up that way. Their parents didn't see that trait in him. All that changed him was money, because he never experienced how to handle money.
And maybe,
And then it changed him, and then it's been very difficult for the parents to cope.
and maybe when somebody have money, it's very for your parents to talk to you. Actually, because hey, the person that will give you money want to talk to the person anyhow. You will beg the person. So I just feel is number one. I don't want to say it's because of money changed, but I just feel maybe the other siblings has been asking too much yourself.
Hello, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Yinka. I have
Definitely.
I have today with me,
Fola Shadi.
and to my left, I have. I'm joking. Okay, right. So today we are going to be, exploring sibling dynamics as a parent. And I'm sure some of our experiences will come from our own experiences growing up, but just maybe other things that we've seen and how we've kind of navigated around that. So, if I may kick off, sibling dynamics. So I have two girls, 4 and almost 1 year old. Two complete different kids, but very similar at the same time. So, before I had my second child, I was like, I always have this thing in mind. I'm like, the way I loved on my first child, I'm going to love on my second child like that. The same thing. No matter how many kids I feel like each child deserves that. We've heard so many times about firstborns being, they get all the privilege. They were the first child. The parents poured all the love into them and things like that. And so many things. My mindset has always been, my second child or second, third, whatever, that I'm going to love them just the same way, which is true, but I love them differently. I love them, but I just love them differently, because so far, even though she's just not even up to a year old, they're very different in personality. Right now she eats more. My first one, she's not really a foodie like that. She just eats here and there and stuff like that. And then also with my firstborn, I notice she's very, if I say something to the younger one, she's always like, say it to me as well, mommy. Like, she's always constantly looking for that validation. Attention. So I'm always looking at, okay, her personality is different. Do you understand? Of course, the age gap, this one is still a baby, that one's a toddler, but I sense that she's always yearning that I was here first, right? Kind of thing. I still want to continue having that. And so I am super intentional about constantly doing that as well, because it's not like I'm intentionally, doing one for one and not doing for the other. But when she sees that maybe and the other one were playing, she's like, mommy, play with me like that as well. But me and her, we play. I even play with her way more than the second one. But the moment she sees me doing it with her sister, she wants me to do it to her. So I think that's something that we have to be very intentional about with in terms of our kids and their siblings. And the only other thing I'll say for now is also that with my girls, one is more, I notice that the way I speak to the younger one is how the older one speaks to the younger one. I don't know if you understand yet. Yeah. So when if she's doing something, I'm like, hey baby, no, oh, you okay? You do you want something? I'm so sorry. Like, maybe if my daughter Elia, she would do when my baby is doing, maybe she's like crying or something, she would treat her exactly the way that I treat her. She would, to the fact that she speaks exactly like me. She used the exact same words. So it just goes to show, like, sometimes the way you're treating the other siblings, the other kids they are watching, of course, but there's an eye tendency that they would treat them the way you treat them as well. So that's an eye opener for me.
I think basically because our kids are kind of small, but at the same time, I know that this thing we're talking about, I used to tease my mom with that too. Also, like, who is your best child? And she's like, I love everybody equally, but we know the person that that if this person, anything is wrong with this person, you can go all out. She can go all out for all of us, but I don't know, there's this special treatment, maybe because of the person's personality when growing up. So he doesn't want that. You don't want him to fall, or you don't want to just do something that is, I don't know, let me just put that way. So we know we don't like, mommy like this person. But when you ask mommy, and mommy, no, everybody is equal. We love you. I love you equally. I love my child. It's not possible for you to love your child the same way. They are different people. They have different personalities. The way, if I tell Tiara, go there, Tiara intends to still stay. But when I say Tito, go there, Tito might still go. Do you get? And I just noticed that the thing is, the one you gave birth to earlier, because we feel like, okay, she's mature than this, she should understand better.
Yeah.
And it happens a lot of time. Someone came to my house and was like, oh, I love Tiara. She does things herself. She's good. She knows the right thing. You don't know. She doesn't know the right thing to do. But I just feel I allow her to do that thing. But I can't allow Tito to do that because Tito is too young. And he might not understand that.
And then they kind of think that you're having a preferential treatment.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I give my, I'll first talk about my experience. So to me, my siblings say I'm my parents' favorite, but it's not like that. They see me to be very fragile.
Who, your siblings or your parents?
My parents see me to be very fragile. And then because I don't have the heart to take a lot of things, so I kind of talk to them most of the time. So it's like every day we talk.
Talking. Yeah, me too.
While growing up, every day I have one or two things that bothered me at school that I wanted to talk about.
Even now, I still talk to my parents.
So because I talk to them every day, it kind of looks like they know me more
than other people.
And they know I'm very fragile and I break down easily. So when I tell them things or they want to do things, they first think about how would I feel about it? Is she going to break down? Is she going to break her down? And they now see others as being strong, stronger than me. So it's not any preferential treatment. I think parents just kind of behave based on
how the
child's personality.
Yeah.
And I would say it's the same thing with my kids. So I don't even know if I can tell. I can't tell if I love one more than the other. But I know that I give my first more responsibility than my last.
Of course.
And then than my second. And then because my second knows that, the middle child syndrome, because my second knows that my first is the one I give most responsibility because I want him to be responsible and be homely as a male child.
Right.
And I want him to be a responsible father who is involved in the kids and in the home.
Yeah.
I tend to kind of give him more responsibility. But because my middle child knows that, okay, mommy's going to call Dami to do this. And then she goes, if I say, oh, you go do this, you're like, Mom, call Dami.
You do it. You should not do it.
And unintentionally, I kind of call. Even when I'm cooking, I'll be like, Dami, do this. Dami, do that. Dami. And then until he now says, Mom, but Divine has been watching. That's when it clicks. Oh, I've not involved Divine all the while. Or sometimes, even before he says something just tells me in my head, you've been calling Dami all along. Why don't you call Divine? And then the last goes, I'm the last. I say, Daniel, can you pick up the dirt? And it goes, Mom, but Divine was the one who got it dirty.
I don't ask
Mom, why can't you just tell Dami and Divine to do it? I'm so little. And I'm like,
you're so little, but you can talk. But you can talk.
So we unintentionally do these things. It doesn't mean we love one more than the other.
So what do you think?
But now my problem is how do I strike the balance?
So something is just coming to my head right now about this. I think because your children are more older, So I think you can feel it more. So we that still have the little one, we're not feeling it that way. But I just feel, I think what came to my head right now is that the way we can balance this thing is share responsibility for them. Right. When the time like me,
but you have to look at their strength. My kids are like 4 years apart.
I know. If somebody can carry a big share, and that she can carry a big share, but this person can carry a big share, I will do fun that. Maybe when this person pick the big share, you clean the floor where you pick the chair.
Yeah, so you put.
So I just feel it's just the responsibility.
I get it, but then the older one feels. I'm always doing the most.
That's what I'm saying. We share. I think that's what I'm saying. Sharing of responsibility.
I think
will be better.
I mean, something just came to my head now. Okay. Like, while you're sharing the responsibility, let them know you are doing this because I feel you can handle this
and you're stronger.
Yeah. But then, do they really understand?
They will after that.
They might not. You can't explain everything. I feel like you can't explain everything.
Like I post a video. Sorry. Cool. I post a video on my IG saying, do you remember those periods when your parents tell you will understand when you go old?
Yeah.
Do you understand now? And a lot of people were just go, I understand. Even husband commented, don't you hear me? I understand now. There's some things that you can't just explain to details. But like a lot of things our parents tell us when we were younger, but they don't explain to us. When we start growing up, this was the reason why I should have not done this. Oh, this was the reason why I should keep myself to marriage. Oh, this was the reason why they said I should not have a boyfriend. Oh, this was the reason why I should read my book. All those stuffs, and they didn't explain to us. You just you must read your book. That's what they just tell you. They not tell you the reason. But these children nowadays, you have to explain. Because the day my husband told my daughter, "Mom, Daddy, I want to pee." You were looking at the toilet like this, and my daughter was like, "Daddy, I want to pee." My husband was like, "Come and pee on my head." So, pee on your head? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
My husband have to explain.
Yeah, because they take it literally, but they don't. She didn't understand that
it was sarcasm.
Yeah. So after saying it, I said, "Oh, okay, Daddy, but don't say that again." Like, see the person I just explained to that. Okay, this is what I mean. Do you get? And so this children of nowadays, you need to do a lot of explaining, like you said. Let him understand that. Okay, Divine is not strong like you, or when Divine gets your age or so.
Choice of words though as well, because if you say that,
your age. When Divine gets your age, when you get to your age, she'll be able to do this. There's some things that I can't do as your mom because I've not gotten to this age, or because I'm not this, not that. So that's why I can't see me doing this. And the fact that your daddy has some responsibility. As a daddy, he does responsibility. Just try to look for something to let them understand. Okay, this is the reason why you're doing this. Because even me, I just feel, because this is what I'm telling you, is because I know you have the other ones. We still have the baby, because even if we explain, we go explain, we don't go get evidence.
And I do find that, with the younger,
I think
like you said, our kids are about the same age, I think. Right?
And the younger one, what I would say about the younger ones, the toddler and the baby, is most times if you want to play with the baby, let's play together. That will save us stress of playing 2 times.
You won't play, I won't go.
So that will save us that stress, because actually we don't want any child to feel bad or feel left away. And let me not tell you this, it happens that we don't really understand, especially when you first give birth and you want to take care of this child, you want to have the baby,
right?
And the one you have been loving up, you have been carrying up, you just feel so
feeling left out.
So sometimes even the person need to go and be bringing diapers, so him to understand that we are both having this responsibility.
That was one thing that me and my husband were very, very, very intentional about. We were she will, even the older one will have her own day, just mommy and daddy. We will, and we're trying, right? We don't always get it right all the time, but we are, very intentional about it. I'm just going back to what we said earlier, in terms of dynamics with kids as well. I'm saying this based off, my kids are just 4 and 2, so I guess I still have more to experience, that's
why we say the mama here now.
But I feel like there's a lot of our kids are soaking up so many things at this age already.
Yes.
So much. Like my daughter, she's very helpful. I don't know where she's getting it from. I don't think we're like, you must do this. No. We don't do that. No, but she's very helpful. Oh, mommy, you're mixing. Oh, can I help you mix, mommy?
Yeah.
She's curious at the same time, because obviously she's a child, but there's certain things already that she's very, and I'm noticing that the little one that even though she doesn't know much, she should be following her along to do as well. Do you understand? So along the way, the siblings will bounce off things of each other, if that makes sense. So I know right now you're kind of still a bit struggling with the whole Daniel and Divine thing, just trying to. I think you can explain to Dami a bit like, okay, this might be a bit the reason here and then. Also explain to Divine, okay, 3 of you, everybody, from now on, mommy wants to make a rule. This is going to be what you're going to be doing. This is what you're going to be doing. This is what you're going to be. And
they will tick it every day.
And they might not even do everything all, it might be 2 or 3 things, but they might not do it all just give them time. With my daughter, sometimes I'll say to her, we don't wear our shoes upstairs. To be honest, the first 5, 6, 7 times she forgot. But after a while, she started remembering. Do you understand? It's just that continuous
effort.
And your kids better than anybody, to be honest. So you will know the way like you kind of tweak it to them. But dynamics with siblings, I think, is an important thing. And I think sometimes our own siblings, how we grew up with our own siblings, it kind of feeds into our kids.
So let's just talk about how we grew up actually, because my mom is this kind of person. Like, she doesn't like the way you say your daughter helps you with everything. My mom just do her thing herself. She doesn't like stress. Even the way I started knowing how to cook stuff, I didn't even know I know how to cook. Because she does her things herself. So when you get to your husband, like, go and cook your own.
I have something I want to talk about.
Go on.
And it's I want to talk about some siblings who fall apart. Some siblings, they have toxic relationship.
True.
Some siblings don't love themselves.
Right.
Maybe it might not really be from the parents.
I would say
it's from the parents.
Why are we saying the same thing? Do you know why?
Yeah.
Do you know why? Do you know why? That's what we're talking about right now. It's from the parents.
It's from the parents.
You can't just see. I don't want to mention their name, but they're celebrity, and I think they've been fighting for 4 years, 10 years, or 4 years. They're very popular, and they reconciled recently. And we're talking about these people. Your brother is doing so well. Everybody knows your brother in the industry. In short, because of your brother, people knows you too. So why are you not working with your brother? And they reconciled like last month or 2 months.
But do you know? From his conversation, he said the mom tried a lot.
Wait, no,
she had been trying.
So
for
that
years.
was that. That's what I'm saying. Something like this thing is not starting from when.
Yeah,
they were.
It's actually from.
It's from childhood. If you listen to that guy, he didn't go to school, and I'm very sure the mother would have been comparing. Your brother went to school. You are there doing anything, and the hatred will have been on his head for.
And by the time the mom realized that she's the one, she's not trying to catch it.
Yeah.
Yes, and then of course again, you're right. It might not be sometimes, but I think majority of the time it's from the parents.
I think it's from the parents.
I think most of the time is
because
I think 90%.
I've seen siblings who can even help each other when they're in, like, they have issues or they have financial issues. They can help each other. I've seen siblings who kind of like feed on the other one, doesn't want to do anything and just want to feed on. No, I don't want to say it's from the parents. I'm telling you, it is.
Because so the reason why I feel the reason why somebody will not help somebody is because he has already know the brother's personality. That might not be an hatred.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that one sibling is kind of feeding on the other and kind of like living off the person, doesn't want to do anything, and then
I will send
the parents
away.
had done all they could do, but that particular sibling is still kind of like preying on the other brother, and it kind of brought like hatred against the siblings.
I think
the parents have been trying to like help them reconcile, and it's been infutile, and that's in that kind of situation. I don't know.
I would say if you go back to the roots and the genesis, it's the
still the
parents. Maybe the parents.
The reason why I say
even when they were small, give him now, give him now, give him now.
The reason why I say is the parents. Some people that I've been around with that I have seen some crazy sibling rivalry. Like,
of course,
like,
yes,
rivalry. I am like, whoa, what happened?
And
when you look at it, and some of the conversations I've had, as a particular family that I know, same mother, same father, they
can't agree.
They hate each other. And then when you look back at the mom now, her sister, the mom and the sister as well, is becoming a cycle, a generational thing. But going back to this family, now it might not be necessarily like the parents all the time. I get where you're coming from with that, but maybe you see that your kids are, I always back
and you're
each
not
other,
doing
and you're not doing
anything
anything about it. You might not have been the
You're
genesis
not calling
of it.
them to
You're not
order.
calling things. Me and my brother, like, I grew up around boys, right? So, like, my cousins, they're all boys. I'm the only girl. You understand? I never had any. I don't have. That's not my kind of family. But one thing I knew that my mom does is that if me and my brother have a little argument,
take care of it
before the end of that day.
You can't even.
You
keep
cannot
malice.
even keep malice. We don't understand.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm telling you now. Till now, okay. One of my brothers is in his 40s. The other one is gonna move. Is gonna be in his 40s very soon. I don't know how to explain it. Like, we don't speak every day, but when we speak, it's like you would think that we speak every day.
Have you seen my own siblings?
Do you understand? Like, so what I'm trying to say is that, like, it's not. My mom was very, very. She was very intentional. I'm saying my mom just because my dad had left the country for some time, so he wasn't there for some important bits as well. And he's always feeling bad about. But I'm like, you made up for. You're a good man. You did not forget about us. Do you understand? There's so many. I don't want to go into that, but I'm just trying to say, like, I'm saying my mom because she was super intentional about it. She grew up from a very loving family. She was very intentional. So, like, parents, you see your kids always fighting all the time. We know that siblings fight, and you not do anything about it. You need to start instilling into them that no, guys,
attend to it. From that moment,
validate both of their emotions and explain things to them, obviously to their understanding, because there's only so much explanation you can do to a toddler to what you do to a teenager, right?
But the funny thing is, I'm trying to, like, look back now. I'm trying to see what my parents did differently. I really can't place it. But I am so, like, very close to my siblings. We talk every day.
Yeah.
Like, we are so close. We can talk about anything.
Yeah.
So when I see siblings who are, like, apart, I can't get it. I don't know what my mom did differently.
I will just say you should thank God for grace. Apart from your parents doing so, your parents did a lot. Your parents did a lot. You might not say it.
You might not, yeah.
You will still start getting to know by the time your own children start getting to 18, to all those big age, you start noticing that, okay, if I have done this, what would have happened? So I just feel like, apart from God's grace, I think your parents, I don't know, your parents did a lot, because even it's not about the words, even their actions.
Right.
What you've learned from them is one of the things that you guys use. The same way my siblings, we talk once we are on phone like this. We can gossip, the old gossip together. Like, we don't leave the phone. I remember when my brother got married, the wife was having issue with the way we talk on phone. My husband said, tell her to say she never see anything. Because that is who we are.
Yeah.
Don't even put us together in the same room. Because we no go finish.
We just keep talking and gisting.
You just
But do you guys believe that sibling rivalry can be... nothing is impossible, right? But that... when it gets to, do you think that there's an age that it needs to be dealt with? That if it's not dealt with at a particular age, it's a lost cause?
Yeah, yes, of course.
I think from day one.
Right.
I think there's an age, because I can say once your child start getting to the teen age, if you did not cop anything, it's not even the rivalry now. Everything that you need to cop before they start getting to teenager, that thing is always on their age.
Okay, let me tell you something about, like, siblings I know. So they grew up very poor, and one was fortunate to, like, make it.
Right.
He got very wealthy, and then the other one is really not so well to do. And when they have, like, a family gathering or a social gathering, instead of the wealthy one to just kind of, okay, maybe I want to spray $500,000, you take 200, I'll spray 300. What it does is it goes there, sprays 1 million. It won't really spray it when the little brother is there sitting down not doing anything. Immediately he gets up, he makes sure he gets that social validation, crowd validation, and renders the other brother to make him feel like you're not well to do and you're not up to par, right?
I think that's
these are siblings, right? They didn't grow up that way. Their parents didn't see that trait in him, all that changed him was money, because he never experienced how to handle money.
And maybe,
And then it changed him, and then it's been very difficult for the parents to cope.
and maybe when somebody have money, it's very for your parents to talk to you. Actually, because the person that will give you money won't talk to the person anyhow. You will beg the person. So I just feel is number one. I don't want to say it's because of money changed, but I just feel maybe the other siblings has been asking too much herself. And now got to say, I'm not going to answer you again.
But instead of you spraying 1 million and your sibling is going home in an empty stomach, why can't you just okay, you take the 1 million or just take the 500K? I'll spray the 500.
But what kind of relationship do they have already?
That's my problem.
Yeah. But do you want to? Because I'm sorry to say, you don't know. Maybe he has done a lot for the siblings. Because to get to a stage when I've done a lot for you and still remain the same, I will not do anything
start becoming
for you.
entitled as well.
Yeah, I won't do it again. So because you don't have money, I'm sorry. After I've helped you, you don't have money. I should not live my own life.
Because you don't have money, I'll rather not spray. I'll just envelope the money. I want to give these people something. Let me just envelope it. I don't want crowd validation. I don't want them to feel like
he likes it. You might not like crowd validation.
It's a personality thing as well. It might not even be a sibling rivalry thing, but just to kind of bring it home, and again, as I would just say, based on everything I speak on is just based on my experience so far.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe some of my experience growing up as well, but I think it's very important that what you do from the early childhood is very important. So important. Like I said earlier on, I noticed that the way I speak to my little one, my daughter says, the way it came to me that day, I was just like that. You have to be consistently doing this and be careful as well. Do you understand? Because if you talk to her a certain way, she will think that she can treat her like that, and the other child's personality might be different from that. Then that's when little tips will start growing, and it becomes something that it does not need to be. So what we're just trying to say generally is that from an early childhood, from the early stages, try to instill good character into your kids as well.
Teach your children in the way they should go.
Yes. Yeah, and when they're old, they will not depart from it.
Yeah. So the way you speak to the siblings is very important. I know someone that is struggling with sibling rivalry trauma based on experiences from childhood. These people are now in their 30s going to 40s, and it is the foundation. It is hitting them. Yeah. Do you understand? So yeah, it's just very important from what we do from the early stages, what we build into them, and I know there's a lot of parents out there that are just even probably right now kind of struggling and trying to find the balance with the little ones. Just be intentional and treat your child and according to what. Yes.
And pray. Prayer is the cocoa. It's very, very important.
Prayer is key.
Know them. Yeah, there's not a one size fits all, basically.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I don't know how people do this, but I don't know if there are elder mothers watching us, or some people.
If they're what?
Elders, people out there, mothers that are watching us, they should just put how they do this in the comment section. It will be helping us, because we are still on this table actually, and
we are learning.
We are learning. So if there's anything we need to know, please, we want
there's
to
anything
read.
we need to unlearn. Is there anything we need to learn?
Yes. So we are bringing it out there. We're not teaching anybody right now. We are bringing it out there. It's something that's always on our mind. We think about it. I always think about it very well. So I just if we can get other people's opinion, we just pick the one that work for us. And
environment and where you are as well is also a big impact on it as well, because what might be very normal to say in Nigeria to a child cannot be normal because what the child is experiencing in school comes up. It's
so different.
You have to learn to tweak it to where you are. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for following us on this journey. We are so grateful.
Yes,
and we will see you another time. Take care. Bye bye.